Well, hello there. Come on in. I'm Chris Brown. I'm your humble chimney sweep. I was just going over your chimney inspection report, but now that you're here, make yourself comfortable. Let's go over it together, shall we? Okay, now let's take a look at the inspection report and see how it reads out. This is a generic report. This is exactly what you will get, only your information obviously will be filled into all these blanks. The upper right-hand corner of the report is the legend. Each one of these initials pertain to something. A is consistent with the age of the chimney. B, see comments below. C, repairs needed. D, need further evaluation. Or E, not applicable. And they're placed into the boxes next to the parts of the chimney that can be easily identified in this diagram. And then, of course, you'll find my comments here below. Now, let's take a look at your personal report. So stay with me. Hey, Katie, I went out and met Miss Ward out at the Providence Road property today. Took a look at the chimney for you. Let's take a minute. Let's take a look inside. It's a look-through fireplace, right? Looking through, and it's got a set of gas logs, working gas logs with remote. One of the situations with this is it has a standard size flue in it, and I made note of that in here for you. Let's see if we can get a picture of it. A standard size flue, and it's venting a fireplace that has air coming in on both sides. So in other words, you're venting two fireplaces and essentially into one fireplace flue. Sometimes that can cause a poor draft. I'm not sure. I didn't see any sign of any carbon soot anywhere, so it's probably not an issue here, but it is worth mentioning that the flue size might be undersized for a look-through fireplace. One of the things that helps, of course, is keeping the glass shut on this side. That will prevent some of the air from being pulled in from this side, and then essentially you're only pulling the air in from one side. So it's worth mentioning. Let's go back. Let's take a look at the flue system. We took some images in the flue, and it looks pretty good. At the very top, it's pretty typical. It's hard to see with these pictures because I couldn't get too close to the top of the chimney. The branches were hanging right over it, but you notice that the flue pipe doesn't protrude up the 4 inches, which would be code for today's building, not when this house was built. So, but when today's, you would actually have a liner sticking up, and you'd have a complete crown over the top of this chimney. Well, we can't see too much in here, and we can't hardly see it all through the screen. So there might be some repairs in the end needed once the tree branches and stuff are cut back by a tree trimmer. Maybe we can get in there and get a better look at this. Maybe a better choice would be to put a chimney cap over the top of this thing to keep the rain and the birds out rather than this flat screen. It also helps it draw better. Flat screen, and it always reduces the draft, and that could also cause a little bit of that carbon monoxide to come back into the house. So food for thought. A little repair work at the top is probably going to be necessary, but it's not going to be known if there is any or how much until the trees are cut back, so that somebody can actually get up there and really get a good look at the top of that. This is what I could see today. Let's see, attic, crawl space, or it's not a crawl, I'm sorry, you've got a regular basement in here. Hearth extension looks good. Both furnace and water heater venting into the chimney here. Check with your HVAC person whether that needs to be sleeved or not. The chimney is not, that portion of the chimney is not sleeved. Remember, you have two flues. You have a fireplace, which is the upstairs fireplace flue, and then you have a furnace flue right next to it, and there is no sleeve to it. Some furnaces do require sleeves to go down the chimney and be direct connected to the furnace pipe. So that's something that you could work out with your HVAC people. That's about all I have for you. Cutting those branches back will be smart, and then the person that's up there can maybe grab a couple pictures. You can leave the screen up if you want to keep the birds and squirrels and stuff out, but a better choice would be a chimney cap, with a screen around to keep the birds and squirrels out. Remember, chimney caps are not code required in the state of North Carolina. You're not under any obligation to do that. It just would be a better choice. Questions for me, give me a call, 704-526-6348. You can always email me at chris@affordablesweep.com. Thank you.